And Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First carry now for David Montgomery. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On third down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll run on first down. Swift slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, orbit. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Check, 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 check. Check 37. Check 37.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford, and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
Let's go.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd.
Hey, Alpha.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's gonna be caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way, just reached up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Now it's Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point safely through, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Come on, fellas.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford. They'll roll him out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 1st down, a run with Cohen. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago!
Touchdown!
Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Check 13. Yo, Jackrabbit, come on. Hey, turn it up, turn it up. 2. Check. No. Go.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
59.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Check 43. Check 26. Check 26. Hey, zoom.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's taken in at the 9. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Cohen, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our pit. Under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Hey, middle. He don't want it.
Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
22.
Play action. Stafford. Being chased out left. And he slings one that's incomplete. Kenny Golladay, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. Check 99. Check 99. Check 31. Check 31. 49. Check 49. Pilot, 64. Weak. Check, watch it. Hey, watch it. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Jumping. SOS. Leo. Get it.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, box drop.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, he's the And that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 27. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can attempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Watch time, watch time. Alert, 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 alert. 3 down, 3 down. Check 3.
On 2nd down, it's Cullen. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now it's Trubisky. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 21, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
On 1st down, Swift. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Switch! Mike.
Stafford now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Ready! Lady! Like 7! Back to 59! You remember me! Go!
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Two-jet bombers. Two-jet bombers. Stay 50. Stay 50. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. You go tight. You go
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. There defensively was Buster's screen to knock it away.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right. They have had no room to breathe.
Hey. Bravo. Check 59.
Throwing on third down. Stafford. He gets it to Brown. Complete. Antonio Brown. Kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Detroit. Antonio Brown. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, a nice spin. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. On first down, Trubisky. Robinson's got it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Trubisky now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Switch. Alert. Check. Move.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following them.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Here we go. 70, Indy. 80 weapon.
Check 25, check 25.
Rock it.
Check the backer. Deuce, let's go.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
36. Check 24, check 24.
From the gun, here's Hill. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
26 Mike. Oh, yeah.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too caught.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw is Stafford. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 29, Stafford escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
On third down, Stafford. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 45. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
61, matchbox light.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, he's got his man on the crossing route. He's at the 40. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Off of play action, here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is taking him one-handed. What a catch. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. To To the air again, Stafford. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Bears, it's a win that was long overdue as they move to 1-6 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brady.